pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, roll call, please.
Mayor Nathan Anderson.
Here.
Troy Boone.
Here.
Will Wolke.
Here.
Larry Rohr.
Here.
Art Schott.
Here.
Eli Seeley.
Here.
Mike Keeneman.
Here. Agenda was sent out. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
One thing on there, just to add that under new business, add the surplus of 2005 Toro 1200 turf sprayer.
Motion to adopt the agenda as amended. Second.
Motion by Tiedemann and seconded to adopt the agenda. Any further discussion? And none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes for April 1st, 2024 were sent out. Is there a motion to approve the April 1st minutes?
Make a motion to approve the April 1st minutes.
Second.
Motion by Seeley and seconded to approve the April 1st, 2024 minutes. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Visitors to be heard. Mr. Leroy Snoozy. How you doing?
Huh?
I said, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. The floor is yours, sir.
What do you want to know?
It's up to you to,
I just wondering how a cop can stop you for no reason. He said I crossed the white line. White line, you go right across if there's a truck stop. And then he was gonna, what do they call it, your eyes to see if he's been drinking. I said I haven't drank for 20 years. He done that so he couldn't see no more. And then he wanted to know if I took drugs, and I said, yeah. And I assumed he had, prescription drugs. And he says, how are they for? I says, I don't know. I said, the name was after it on the bottle. I know what they do, but I don't know what they're really for. And then I was just kind of glazed over and do the same thing again. He went from anger to mad, what he did. He grabbed me by the hip, spun that around, and all them vertebrae and stuff was all wrecked in my neck, and nerves. It's just all in there. My ears won't work. They sound like a cigarette, that cellophane, when all the cigarette packages, when they water it up. That hearing is just crackling until you hit like that much. You can't put it in. You can't do it. He signed him arrest of 44 minutes. He signed him right marching yards for 44 minutes. There's no excuse for something like this. The cop told me that it took 1 minute. If you knew what you're doing, this is his words. He said, if the arresting officer knew what he was doing, it would take you a minute. If you didn't really know what was going on and had a little trouble, it might take you 2 or maybe 3, but not 42 or 44 minutes. That's no excuse for that. So what was he doing? Trying to make you blind? My eyes still hurt. That was six months ago. This is here, there's a flutter in the corner. When he was gathering stuff up, his flashlight and stuff, he grabbed it by the hair. And it won't take there or something. I think he got that in the corner of that eye. I'm not certain. You couldn't see him. I mean, he had my eyes burned up bad enough. I couldn't see him this far away. Then they showed me a video up there of it. And he said I was in his car. I don't remember. But my car is low enough. His video camera was on his chest, as they said. And my car was about that high. So if I sat in there, when you sat in the car, that far from the ground. As he said, and I know that's what was doing that, was in there out by the compound. I drove truck down to get gas. He was up on the interstate. Just when he started following me. What have been seeing that from the cop friend who were trucked down till now? The cop, Jordan beat me up out there one night. In the cafe, or not in the cafe, in the store. And the cop come up and he said, I can't do nothing on it. I got no jurisdiction on here. But that's been 20 years ago, I suppose. But what did they make after the cop could sit out the other side of the truck county? Truck county don't, AM in the city limits, is it?
No, nothing.
They've got jurisdiction within a mile. The city limits.
Yeah, but they can't sit out there in front of truck county and kick you out, that's out of the city limits. I know they can call you out, they're 2 miles.
They've got jurisdiction within a mile of the city limits, so.
Yeah, but should they start, as a chase out of town, they had that's been that way for years. For 2 miles. The city cop can go out of town from that point. But he can't start chasing out the other side of the city limits. He can't sit out there and wait for you. I don't think.
They've got 1 mile.
Why don't I asked you if he can, I know he can chase you out there, but he can't sit out of the city limits and pick you out. Okay? That's what I'm asking.
Well, I'm not sure what you're asking the council to do, right?
Well, somebody ought to know.
And they'll address it with the chief, and really not much more they can do, so.
Have you talked to the chief?
No.
Okay.
We have a committee, if you're interested.
The what?
We have a committee that works with our law enforcement, public safety.
No.
No, we have a committee
Oh, okay.
that works with the law enforcement. If you're interested, maybe we could set up a meeting and you could talk with that committee.
I suppose you could.
And we could give you some resources if you feel that something happened that shouldn't have happened.
Well, that cop, that my head was supposed to know one side, and he was looking back. And he went back next to that, because I worked up in Sioux Falls, and my lead man was a trainer for them guys down for YMCA in Sioux Falls. And he used to play with them, for a half hour, and tell us what they could do. Go up behind that bar, put your hands on each side of the chair. Twist the money and hit the statue versus the neck. My back had been broken, my neck had been wrecked. And now I just heard it like this here, it's cracking. My ears are hum and howl. I don't think that's right. I always see she had to pick me up. I run over the white line on the edge of the road. Well, I turned the truck down. And there was a white line right across. 2-3 weeks later, it was painted black. And it rained and my face fell off. Well, who did that? I know you don't know. Somebody painted it. That line all of a sudden turned black. It didn't happen. God didn't do it.
The only thing I can say is, if you would like, I can get Chief Shirk, we can set up a meeting and we can discuss.
See who?
Sure, Mike Shirk.
Okay.
We have a
Go
committee,
talk to him then.
and we have a committee, we can bring that committee in. But there's nothing that we can do at this meeting tonight. We
Okay.
listen to your concern.
Well, I understand that, but I didn't think there was anything to do there.
So, I know I have your phone number.
Yeah.
I know how to get a hold of you.
Yep.
Will that work?
Yep.
Okay. We'll go from there?
Yep.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank all of you. You're nice what you guys, but I hope I never have to come down here to see you.
Good the door.
Okay.
Windy.
Watch the step.
That's it for a while. I didn't tell you that. I broke my back down here, just 20 years ago.
Take care.
Good luck. All right.
Good.
Yeah.
Committee reports, Parks, Pool, and Rec.
So myself, Larry, and Larry, Troy didn't make it, met with Kelly and Jason Strand. Jerry was there, as was Mike Hansen. We did a walk around in the new facilities up there. We wanted an update as to the status of where we were at. Are we on track to open the fields June 15th like we were hoping? Right now, the fields could potentially be ready by June 15th, but there's no way anything outside the fences of the new fields. It is all black dirt. There is no grass growing anywhere. All the dirt, all the grass they seeded blew away or washed away over the winter. The concern would be, even if we could play on those fields, should we be playing on those fields if we're going to wreck everything outside the fields? Plus, there's a lot of bare spots out on the fields yet. We're getting some really nice weather. We're getting some rain now. The irrigation will be up and running by the end of this week, so we can start hitting it with water. As to whether we should. Again, we're going to meet out there again as a committee May 15th or sometime that week, a month before, and try to do another assessment and figure out where we're at. We're thinking the high school girls softball field, which would be the east field of the two older fields left up there, could potentially be ready to be played on this year. There's some concrete work that needs to be done outside of the fences yet to the dugouts, and I guess I don't know the extent of where the concrete's going.
Just around from the dugouts all the way around, kind of like it was on the other three fields.
Okay.
It's just a small bit of concrete to do.
Yep. So there's virtually no black dirt or bare dirt up there. There's some grass that will need to be reseeded, but that field, when we start hitting that with irrigation, the infield needs some work. Right now the water's all draining towards the pitching mound, but that's minor. That can all be reworked, and they're aware of it, Confluence and Banner. And they've agreed to come up and fix that. But that field could potentially be ready to be used because we don't have to worry about fans on the outsides of the fences. They can't hurt anything outside, especially when we put the new concrete in. So we will reassess again mid-May, and hopefully we'll have a better idea of where we're at. But as of right now, the committee's recommendation is that we probably don't use the new fields, but we're not making that call yet. That'll ultimately be Kelly's call on June 15th, whether they're going to be ready or not. So, any questions?
Yeah, just out of curiosity, how much revenue do you think we would lose if we kept them closed?
Revenue?
I mean, people coming in to the city, whatever we would make off.
See, Mike, there was at the PRCE meeting, we talked about the same thing after the walkthrough. And what they're looking at right now, and I think it's June 22nd, was the Jack Lawrence tournament, 10 teams. But then there's a league tournament they're looking at for potentially the week after that could be 31 different teams in Beresford over a couple of days. So, I mean, I'm not sure what the revenue exchange would be for that, but those are probably two of the big things that are close up. And I was with Mike, and I also took a look around too, and we visited with everyone on fields 3, 4, and 5 in the outfield. There are thin spots, and I know there was discussion of possibly an overseed in those to support those. And the open weather just didn't do anything for that grass that was coming up, and then it blew away the seed from the other. But we did say, you know, those things that you can control. There was like in order. They're putting electricity into the storage building this week, which is the key because that's where the Rainbird irrigation control will be. It's useless right now. There's no power in there. But then that would be next, and the irrigation could be put to use. All the conduit is into the light poles, but they still need to pull wire for the lights. And there's some additional engineering work on the stanchions to hold the scoreboards to get that confirmed. And then the scoreboards were going to arrive
in late May.
5 weeks.
Yeah, so those things that can be controlled could potentially be done by mid-June. The question was the grass. After we had the walk, I mean, the discussion was, you guys better start thinking of a plan B. Have that in mind, okay? I let the PRC know that same opinion that we talked about, and they know that there's a long lead to these tournament discussions and probably need to make a decision on that somewhere in the next 2 or 3 weeks, just to give allowance to let the teams know, not at the last minute. So, you know, whether things look different after this rain shower and so forth, I don't know. The only other thing I want to add is, I was up, when my grandson is in town playing ball for Pier, we go see him. And usually it's at Harmon Park in Sioux Falls, if they're playing the Sioux Falls high schools, or out in Brandon. Last Saturday was the first time I've been out to the ball diamonds at the Pentagon. I'm not advocating this, I was a little surprised, but they're all artificial turf inside the fence. Everything, field, outfield, everywhere. But what I took notice of was the way that the walkway and the public spaces between the diamonds. It's not unlike the space that we have between field 3, 4, and 5, and a little bit like 1 and 2. What they did there, I mean, there are concrete walkways. What they didn't do was plant grass. They put down landscaping rock, but they used a landscape size of the pink quartzite, which, you know, is recognizable for this area, particularly the Sioux Falls area, and it really looked good. And I really took special note of that Saturday, and I mentioned at the PRC, Teresa was there, and I said, I don't know if that had been discussed about these areas, about doing something other than planting grass. And I know near the new concession stand, there's the discussion of a shelter in a covered area. Right now, that's wide open dirt. But as we were looking at the walkthrough, I told Mike, I said, I was kind of doing a mental checklist of what would it take to have things in order, you know, for the tournaments to happen this year. Some things are controllable, but there's Mother Nature's involved in the others, like the outfield grass and and all of the bare dirt spaces. And it could be a real mess and potentially be damaged with that much traffic over those times in late June. But I wanted to just raise the comment about, might there be an alternative for those public spaces that could be, you know, some sort of rock that you can walk over and at, because they're not irrigated. I mean, and all the discussions about these fields are, you know, we want to make sure they're ready to go because we're going to have them for 50 years, okay? Well, 50 years of rain or no rain on that grass and cutting it how many times, I just wonder if there might be another alternative. I just wanted to raise that question from what I had just seen over the weekend in a similar context. You know, and that is one of the major things, and it may not be anything that would make any difference in June, but, and Jerry, I know you're following that budget real close, but it hadn't occurred to me before until I actually saw how that was managed in that diamond complex.
You're gonna take any pictures, didn't you?
Oh, that would have been way too smart. No, but you know, I'd be glad to try to get something to look at, but it was well done. And in their center area, where next to the new concession stand, where there's dirt now and potentially there would be grass, they did have a concrete space with picnic tables out there. But aside from that, you know, the same thing, concrete up along behind the dugouts. You know, so if that was something that might be entertained for the future,
I'm guessing Confluence and Banner would know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt to ask the question.
Yeah.
Figuring out the new diamonds up there, Sanford, that diamonds.
Yeah, the Pentagon diamond's out there between the field house and the
if not all of it, maybe some of it.
Yeah. You know, particularly in those high traffic areas, that might be like from dugout to dugout in that center. That might be something that it wouldn't inhibit drainage in any way.
We're talking like 20-foot paths.
It wasn't a path. Instead of having a space in between where the concrete paths were, instead of grass, they just landscape rocked it with pink quartzite. And not the chip seal. This was, 1 inch, 1.5 inch size pink quartzite rock.
You talking about like landscaping, like surf and turf too, or in an area?
Yeah, but it was just, it looked like there may have been some irrigation piping if they were gonna put some plants in there. But this was basically something they didn't want to run the mower over because they don't have any other place to use a mower in that part of it. So I just wanted to raise that idea. Yeah.
What's the other option? If the grass seed isn't taking, do we have to
It all has to be reseeded.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's part of what they have to do.
What was their plan, or is there a plan for them to come back down and hydro seed again, or?
They're working on that right now. In some areas, may not need it as much as other areas. And, we had talked a little bit too about if we did have to put some grass in between the dugouts. Let's say the dugouts kind of are, where you were talking about putting the pink rock. We do have some sprinklers that we can tie into and put some hoses out there. We can run them off the hydrant. But just try it along there to kind of get the grass growing between the fields, not try to do everything on the outside of the field, outfields and stuff. There's way too much grass there, but we could concentrate just on those smaller areas there. We're looking at doing some of that too. We don't want to get them down here too fast because there's still some stuff that needs to be done outside of that main core area that we were just talking about. And we're going to be doing some work with some vehicles and things like that. So we thought if we're doing that, they just seeded it all. We have to come back again and again. So we're trying to make sure what we have left to do, we can still get done without having to come back after the time to reseed this thing. So,
Yeah, because Mike's got to go to each one of the poles with the truck to pull all the wire.
yeah, that's the biggest thing right now.
So it will be driven on quite a bit yet.
Yeah.
Is there any tile between the fields? I've been out there for a while.
Tiles,
Like drainage?
There's drainage, yeah.
yeah. Anywhere you see those, if you go out there and see those black poles, poles with black paper wrapped around, that's where all the drainage goes into.
And
So all of our tile comes off the fields going to those drains.
And Kelly said there's concern that one of those drains are plugged because it's not draining. He thinks it got full electric this winter. So they'll come out, I don't know if they'll use a camera or what, but they'll check it and they have to clean that out. That's part of their deal. So, but we're on top of it. Kelly's on top of it. Jason's on top of it. We're gonna do as best we can to try and do what we can.
Yeah.
Did we miss anything?
Yeah.
That's, yeah. I think we did.
There were a few, like the pathway to the batting cages, a few things like that. Yeah.
That concrete needs to be poured in.
Yeah.
I think I talked to David quite this morning, and his intent was to put on siding up today, tomorrow, but obviously over the weekend, the plan's changed to 40-mile-hour winds, so
Yeah.
he's gonna get that up as soon as he can. But
He needs to get that on before they can finish the electrical. And if you haven't been up there recently, the dugouts are half full of corn stalks, like 3 to 4 feet high. Every one of them.
Which is really caught the corn trend. We did talk a little bit about the back of the backstops where the boards, and they have the same thing up in and it'll be fine. If you're in a lawn chair, it'll be fine.
I think so.
Yeah.
I went and kind of sat over by the one on the other fields, and you can see over them just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was concern they might be too high, the 2x12 backstops, but no, that's fine.
On Jeff Hyde, they intend to get that paved here this spring yet. Once they start making asphalt up in Sioux Falls, and we can start working towards that, but they would like to get that done. I think the base out there in the parking lot really good. I mean, David had his big front end loader running around out there, and you can't really tell where it went. So, they were in pretty good shape that way.
Yeah. If there's a hiccup in some of the mechanical things, it could potentially play into the decision making on the tournaments they're looking at. But the grass situation in the public space in the outfields definitely will for a closer look.
Any questions for us? I suggest getting up there if you get a chance and look it over. It's nice. We got a very nice facility. It's gonna be amazing when it's all done. I do like this idea of the courts, if it's something we can factor in.
Or, yeah, some sort of landscaping there just to take the pressure off the, there will be foot traffic, you'll expect that. I can walk around or just run across and.
Questions? Thank you. Department Head, Finance Office.
So tonight we are going to do the official canvass, the election last Tuesday for council member Ward 2 between Michael Tiedemann and Shane Bryant. If you have not heard, 64 votes for Michael Tiedemann and 29 votes for Shane Bryant. If Larry, if you would open up the full book. And you can all take a look at it, and then there is the sheet that everyone will sign except Mike Tiedemann and Nathan. So we had election workers, Jeanette Smolik, Sandy Strum, and Joyce Pedersen. They did a very nice job for us. So if you see them, please thank them. It was a long day to have 93 votes in 12 hours.
Which turnout wasn't too bad.
19%?
Yeah.
So with the 96 names, the votes tallying 93, but then there were 3 provisional?
Yes.
Okay.
So a provisional ballot is someone who claims that they should be able to vote in this ward. And so they have a different process to their ballot, and we have the opportunity to research if they should be able to. If we find that, yes, they should have, like if it was an error on the county side or whichever, that vote would be counted the following day. But we found that all 3 of those voters did not have their registration correct. So they filled out new voter registration forms, so we'll get them in the correct ward now.
Sign here and today's date.
Yes, please. Should I carry on? So then, on your place setting there is the March 2024 financial report. Just to highlight a few things. In March, we purchased 2 AED machines. One is going to be out at the new ball fields, and then there's going to be another one at the bridges. And I believe that Eli is working with Ben to get the one at the bridges installed right away. If you have not been to the library, the bathrooms are officially done and they are beautiful. Twite Construction finished that off and they did a very nice job. The tile is, I've heard nothing but very good things about how it looks, and it's very, very nice. Nice update to our library. Mike in the electric department is getting his inventory built back up to his 50 kVA transformers. So he purchased 8 from Wesco for $52,805. Part of it is to get the inventory built up because there was such a long time frame getting them in. And then the other reason is just the future housing that's coming soon. And right now he has 10 ordered from Stuart C. Irby and only 1 has come in from them. And that one was $8,621. We paid for half of the 2023 annual audit from ELO, and that was $15,402. And we paid to update, to have all of our utility billing, accounts payable, the general ledger, payroll from G-Works moved to the cloud. So that process has started. That is pretty much where we're at. I'm hoping the golf course will bring in some revenue with memberships, and Ben said he had like 190 plays go through the golf course on Saturday and Sunday. Very busy day for him. So hopefully next month I can show a little bit better number for the golf course.
Do you have a move-in date yet for the new city hall?
No. We're hoping sometime this summer.
Okay.
So the gentleman that's doing the drywall right now got into what will be my office.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
It appears that the roof leaked about 3 years ago, and we found a bunch of mold behind that, so we tore all that out and put in all new back in, so that is fixed.
Okay.
The bathroom's coming along. And I think so he's finished the conference room in the back, he's finished the break room, and he's finished like the file cabinet room, and then the hallway coming out of there. And then there's another office that will house the copier, printer, and the department heads' mailboxes. Those rooms are done. So now he's moving towards the front lobby, Austin's office, Tony's office, and Jerry's office. So,
Who's doing that?
so his name is Aaron Ward out of Sioux Falls.
Okay.
He's doing a very, very nice job.
There's no concerns of any other leaks anywhere?
No, that's it. But
And do we have any idea where the water came in? Has that been fixed?
yeah, the roof was fixed 3 years
Okay.
ago, but it's
Good.
damaged from that. A little bit of a setback, but
Yep.
it's coming.
Okay.
And then we're working with Innovative Office just to get the new carpet and furniture and
Okay.
come together. The painter and the drywall have been communicating, so they know where they're at.
Sean makes motion for March 2024 financial report is reinstated. Good job.
One second.
Motion by Sean, seconded to accept the May, March 2024 finance report. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those aye. Opposed? Approved. Excellent. Retail on officer.
So it's that time of the year to renew the malt beverage and South Dakota wine license. Everybody renewed theirs that did from last year except for the Family Dollar. They did not renew because they are closing or have closed. Everyone has submitted their application. They have signed their operating agreements, and they have paid their fee, where the 150 goes to the state and 150 stays with the city. So everyone has submitted everything that they need to. We just need council's approval.
Sean makes motion for retail on and off sale malt beverage farm wine licenses renewal and stated.
Second.
Motion by Sean, seconded to consider the retail on off sale malt beverage and South Dakota farm license renewals. Any further discussion?
I have a question. Are they closed yet out there?
I think they closed last Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about them
Well,
selling anything without
No,
license.
because it's July 1.
It's good.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
For discussion, all fair side?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. No old business, new business. Review quotes for garage storage building, Beresford Hotel, and police department.
You should have two separate estimates there. You got one from the Dakota Construction and White Construction, and I know Austin reached out to a number of others that just would not give them a bid back. So They would like to move forward with the low bid there from Dakota Construction. And the first bid there of $48,308 is just for the share of it, that Awesome who put in. It's the 2-car garage basically is what he's doing. And then Mike, Mike's on the line here too, so he can jump in if he needs to, but the other addition for him, which is gonna be an evidence storage area, would add another $21,500 to Dakota Construction's bid if we wanna go that route. And I know Mike is working on getting heating and cooling quotes too, and him and I are gonna review them when he gets back tomorrow, to see where they're coming in at. But if we move forward with it, with everything, it's 48,308 plus 21,500. Anyone got that number? That's the number that we'd look at, so. 69,808.
Where exactly is this going? Well, not exactly, I don't need the.
Kind of across from Art's house there.
Right.
The parking lot, closest to it's closer to the property line, on the buildings behind them.
So, where they park back there now?
Correct, yeah.
That's not gonna be parking anymore, that's where this building is
This
gonna
building
go?
would be, and they'd still be able to park up to the building in front of it, so.
And then is this gonna be attached in any way, or is
No.
it gonna be freestanding?
It'll be separate up. Yeah.
Okay.
Separate up.
I visited with Mike about it, and he was talking about some other shed that's attached there is actually becoming detached from the building, and it would cost more to fix all that and renovate that than to put this up. Yeah, that needs to be demoed, and I think the city guys will take care of that, right?
So, we in agreement, we're gonna take that 59,808.
69,808, is that the one, Jerry?
That's correct, 69,808.
What is it?
That's 69,808, and that will take care of
Oh,
the evidence
69.
side and also for the telephone department.
Shall makes a motion for the proposal of Dakota Construction Service for 69,808.
Second.
Motion by Schott, seconded to accept the bid from Dakota Construction Services LLC for the amount of 69,808. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Who runs that? Dakota Construction.
Sorry,
Who is Dakota Construction?
Millard,
Miller.
he built my garage out back last summer.
Okay. He's from down here,
Just west of town.
or? Okay,
His
Not that-
son lives here in town.
okay.
He happens to be a neighbor of mine. Very good people. I can't think of his last name though.
Next item, request to close portion of North 16th Street from Main Street to West Hemlock on the 27th of July from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. full fashion weekend car show. Motion to approve that.
Shall make a motion to request to close portion of North 16th Street from Main Street to West Hemlock on July 27th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. for old fashioned weekend car show.
Second.
Motion by Schott, seconded to consider the request to close portion of North 16th Street from Main to Hemlock. Main Street to West Hemlock on the 27th of July, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. old fashioned weekend. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Request to place a memorial stone in memory of Jack Lawrence on 4th Street of the Bridges Golf Course. I think there's drawings that were sent out.
Yeah. His baseball number is number 2. I think that's the significance behind that. This would be the 10-year anniversary for the golf tournament, is what I was told, so. Obviously, the rocks they picked out isn't finished up yet, but, that'll be done. Ben's well aware of it, Jason's well aware of it, and they're okay with it, so they're gonna just make a location where it's easiest for them to maintain it, so.
I got this one, I'd make a motion to approve.
Go ahead. Second.
Motion by Roar and seconded to consider the request to place a memorial stone in memory of Jack Lawrence on Old Tooth Bridge Golf Course. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Seasonal hires. There is a lengthy list of seasonal hires.
Elaine, do you want to just explain where the pool wages are at right now?
Go back, if you go to the next page after the list of potential candidates. Back in December, the beginning of December, council had approved this part-time wage scale. But we did not finalize the pool attendant with a lifeguard certificate, or pool lifeguard, or the pool manager. The wage was increased, just like everybody else's from year to year, but these were left unapproved just to see where we were at going into the season, if they needed to be adjusted or not.
And do we know if they need to be adjusted? Or do we feel we're in line with everybody else?
Well, we received 9 lifeguard applications.
Okay. And does that fill all the slots you need?
We probably could use a few more because 6 work at one time.
Okay.
And then the pool attendants, 8 pool attendants. I think we're good there.
What's your recommendation?
That would be a question.
These are the recommendations of,
Yeah.
Oh, you got them back.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Kelly's recommendations and Jason's and all the department heads there. We did Tyler Lewis and would be kind of moving over into heavy maintenance repair. He has been doing a bunch of other work for us, and we've got enough other people that mow and do those kind of things. So we told Tyler that we need to do more to fix things than to mow. So he's not going to be out riding mowers and doing some of the tree trimmings and things like that he's done in the past. It'll be repairing of the equipment and those type of things. So to keep things running, and he'll be going through Kelly to get approval to. Kelly will keep a list and advise which items he needs to take care of. If it's servicing things, changing oil, whatever it might be on all the different pieces of equipment we have.
But the ones in yellow, that's what you guys are recommending.
Mm-hmm.
How many hours total did lifeguards work last year, do you know?
I can look it up and get back to you, but I mean, it all really varied if the kid was going to camps or
No, I mean like
for hours
just
open.
total hours for all the lifeguards.
I don't know.
I know because of some issues last year at the pool, they were closed more than they probably should have been.
What's your recommendation?
That's why I was asking how many total hours.
Well, that would be a question for Kelly, what he thinks. I don't know
We
if
hope
he
it's
did
on the
research
list.
around this.
You know, if the weather, yeah, on a bad summer, 80.
The
On a
pool's
good
open
summer.
for 10 hours a day. Give or take,
Noon to,
like 6 hours.
6. That's 480 hours, and if you staff it with 6 lifeguards and how many attendants?
So there's one at the front desk.
say 4 attendants and
10
6
people.
lifeguards,
And
10
then-
people,
So you're
Yeah.
talking 4,800 hours.
just to round it
Round.
close.
So for every bucket, you're talking $5,000.
I just got one question. If we approve this, could we modify it at a later date if we needed more people at a higher pay rate? I mean, increasing higher to get more workers? If we had to, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what would your recommendation be?
I think Tom can make one.
Have the lifeguards who were lifeguarding last year indicated that they plan to come back this year?
We lost a lot that are not coming back from last year. Levi Gillespie's coming back, Hannah's coming back, Lily Hollingsworth's coming back, Easton Boone is coming back, Andy Farley. So the only new lifeguard we have is Avery Solberg. So they're a lot of second and third year. Levi would be the most, with 4 years, starting his 4th year.
I guess these pool attendants, but the names, these are pretty young.
They're all freshmen, going to be freshmen.
What's the minimum age for lifeguard?
15.
So they can't even be lifeguards.
There is one, or I think there's actually 2 that will be 15 soon. I can kind of let Kelly know and see if maybe he could entice them to go take the class, because there is going to be a class at the beginning of May that hopefully they could get in.
I guess I was thinking if it's $5,000-ish, give or take, even 6,000 for a summer, and we can get more kids to work there by offering them $1 more than what this even says.
For just lifeguards. Or pool attendants too.
Lifeguard and pool attendants, if we can get more kids work there and they can keep the pool open more days because they have more lifeguards.
I kind of agree with Troy. Will, please take.
We gotta have people.
You
Gotta keep your pool.
Eli?
Small cost for keeping it open.
Yeah, but I think it'd be better, just make go like he said, just pay it more than we're done.
Art, where are you with your lifeguard certification?
I don't think you guys can afford it. We'll keep it simple.
Well, we can only pay you off the scale, but
No, not that scale. I got other scales.
So we could approve could we approve a new salary today with this list?
I mean, I hate the pool not being open just because we can't get enough lifeguards. If we can pay them $1 more and get 2 more lifeguards and say, hey, for $1 more, I'll do it. And then the pool is able to stay open on days when they don't, or one short.
Make the motion, I'll second it.
Well, I mean, if anyone else is against it.
I don't think it's a bad idea either, because even like the pool attendants, sometimes I heard grumblings where they weren't maybe getting as many hours as they wanted at certain times. Well, if you're getting another $1, maybe it helps.
And I don't think he hired as many pool attendants this year as we had last year.
But to keep the pool open, it might be a minimal investment.
I hate the
golf course
pool isn't open because we don't have enough lifeguards announcement. You know, and I know what that's.
How many times did it happen last year without lifeguards? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4 times?
I think they just pushed through and.
Yeah. As long as they can meet the minimum ratios.
If it comes down to it, they can shut the slide down, or the slide area, and that would.
because they need a lifeguard at the top of the slide now, right?
Yeah.
And originally all we needed was an attendant, right?
No, it has to be an attendant at the top that is at least 16 years of age.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And then the lifeguard.
But we're not gonna have any attendants that are that.
No. One other item to think about is Marcia and Nelson reached out to me today, and her and Dave Nelson are not interested in running the concession stand this year. So we need to find another plan. Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, I would say we raise them, the attendance and the lifeguards $1. Over the whole scheme of things, say it's $6,000 or $7,000, we keep the pool open and there's enough people there to do it safely.
Yeah, I mean, just to clarify, the lifeguard wage, proposed wage is about 80 cents higher over last year. And I see on the attendant, it's a few dollars less than that. It doesn't show the 2023 on the chart I'm looking at.
1080.
Yeah,
It was
it's minimum wage.
11.20 on here, it should be 40.
1080 last year, minimum wage.
Oh, okay. So are you thinking a dollar over the proposal for 24 or from last year?
Well, this is the proposal for this year.
Right.
I would say just $1 more than what this is.
Okay,
The
for the
proposal.
2024, okay.
That's just,
Because to clarify on that too, some of these wages are based on seniority, so they're all kind of scattered about on the scale.
Yeah, on the number of years of service.
Okay.
Well,
And that would all be adjustable.
Eli, you okay with that?
Yeah.
We're all okay.
And would you just take the dollar on the top wage? Is that what you do in the work your way back?
That would stay with the way the union scale works. So then the top would get the dollar.
So the 1540,
Mhm.
1290, 1244.
And then it would, just like how the union scale works. It just makes it easier to keep track of.
Perfect.
So that top scale, that 48 months, that would be the top of the scale where you're proposing that dollar.
Right. On the 1540, but like, yep, and then the 1290 and 1244.
Correct. And then you want to look at the pool manager also.
Do they have one yet?
We had one applicant.
Is that one that's on there for some months?
Yes. And then we had 2 apply for assistant manager.
I mean, I would say move those $1 up too.
Well,
Everybody?
Eli. Okay, got it, yep.
You good with that, Aaron? So do you need a motion for this? What do you want first? The one to hire them or this?
Let's start with hiring.
Who makes a motion to hire all the listed seasonal employees?
Shot second.
Motion by Ben, seconded. I assume one person's gonna abstain.
I will also abstain.
2 abstain.
Benjamin Seeley's on
That's
there.
right. 2 abstains. Okay, no discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Walk us through this.
Sorry, what's that?
Walk us through this.
Okay, so if you are proposing $1 across the board at the top of the scale, for the pool attendant, it would be $13.44. The pool attendant with a lifeguard certificate would be $13.90. Pool lifeguard would be $16.40, and pool manager would be $17.85.
Who makes a motion to raise the wages $1 over what's proposed for the top figures, just like Elaine stated?
Shot second.
Motion by Ben, seconded to increase the wages to pool attendants $13.44, pool attendant certification, with certification $13.90, lifeguard $16.40, and the pool manager $17.85. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all fair say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Good?
Good.
There are, I think, 3 seasonal staff at the Bridges Golf Course. Listed in your packet is a motion to approve the hire of the 3 listed clubhouse staff.
Who makes a motion to approve the hiring of the seasonal hires for the Bridges Clubhouse?
Second.
Motion by Ben and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed? Approved. Surplus chairs from the events, Bridges Event Center.
Make a motion to surplus the green chairs to the clubhouse.
Shot second.
Motion by Seeley and seconded to approve the surplus of 328 flexible chairs from Bridges Event Center. Any further discussion?
I think we just need to add, we'll put them on purple wave. We decided to do that today. They said they're selling a little better, a big block like that. He thought we could probably get $5 or $10 a piece for them, so 1,500 to 3,000, so we'll do that. I did talk to Ben too. He does not have a major event in there till like the 18th of May. I think he's got a wedding dance, so we hope that these will be out of there by the 15th or 16th of May with the timing of the auctions that they're gonna have, so.
The new chairs, are they?
They're already there.
They're already there.
Yeah.
There was a few that came damaged, but those have already been replaced.
Nice, okay.
We'll just surplus in my auction now.
Further discussion, all fair side?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Authorize advertising for bid for multi-community asphalt surface treatment project.
It's just your chip sealing. We're combining with 3 other towns in our area to do that, so. We'll see how we do this year using Banner.
Shall makes a motion authorize advertising for bids of multi-community asphalt surface treatment project as Sherry signed stated.